Hello and welcome to Woman to Woman. I am your host, Anntricia Bray Smith, author, educator, and public speaker. I am the voice for those who suffer in silence. It is indeed a blessing to be here with you today, as today our topic is scared to breathe. Scared to breathe. And we know that we're in a pandemic and COVID and many of the other things that has gone on in our nation that has altered uh, the normalcy that we know in life. And so as I sat in my space of reflection today, I was just meditating on how many changes have occurred and happened over our lives, some which we decided to change, and others which we had no option to change. And so that's our topic today. But first, let me just do a little housekeeping here. For those of you who don't know me, I am a public speaker, and one of the services that I provide is my public speaking platform, and I am accepting bookings for the 2021 year. So if you have an event that is going on in 2021, whether it's on site or if it's online, radio, whatever it is, and you're looking for a speaker that empowers women, a speaker who um, doesn't mind giving a voice to those things that we have been silenced on for so long, consider booking me for the 2021 season. You can contact me in Linktree / Anntricia Bray Smith, and let's talk. Let's see how I may be an asset to what is already going to be a dynamic event. Nonetheless, guys, scared to breathe. And like I said, I shared a little bit with you already. But as I said in my sat throughout the day just reflecting on life, I wonder how many of us are scared naturally to breathe, naturally to uh, go outside and inhale the air and to be around our loved ones. But not only that, I reflected on, my own traumas and my own familiar places in my life to where I've sat suffocating so long, afraid to breathe, afraid to know anything different than what was familiar to me. And as a result of it, I realized that many things, no different than COVID, no different than bad relationships, no different than things that frustrate me from time to time, that I've become numb. I have literally become numb to some of the issues of my life. And it's just like being scared to breathe air. What happens if we take in a breath and we never let it out? What happens if our air, our face is obstructed and we can't get the air in or get the air out? We suffocate. And many of you, like me, are suffocating in this life. We're suffocating through our silence. We're suffocating in our traumas. We're suffocating in just the demands and the pressures that are on us. And it is so familiar to us that we have not even taken into consideration that this is not the normal way to live. It's not normal. We've been so conditioned to the pressures that we have just accepted it for what it is. And we just go through life numb, existing, but not ever really able to break through those walls, not ever really just tasting that freedom of not being attached to whatever holds us and bounds us. We have accepted that this is the way life is. We have accepted that the choices that we made have us here and that there's no way out. And we're literally scared to breathe. We're scared of the possibilities. We're scared of the changes. We're scared of the successes. We're scared of the expectations, the opportunities. We're so used to, we're so conditioned to the rejection, the opposition, the negativity, the drama, the hardships. And so we sit in that familiar place because this is what we know. We're comfortable in this. We've gotten complacent in this. We know what to expect in this. And yet, we don't realize that being here in this space, being afraid to breathe, being complacent, settling for less, is literally draining life from us. It's suffocating us. And so we will live this life given only enough to get by, given only enough that we're comfortable, given only enough that we can say we done our part, and never getting to the place to where we're in that abundance, never getting to the place to where we're in that overflow, never getting to that place to where we can say that I've given all I have, and when I leave this life, I'm going to die empty. There will be nothing left within me. Holding back, scared to breathe. Think about it a minute. Think about it. Because we make choices, we make decisions, we decide things every day that alter our life, that change our life, that impact our life. And since we make those decisions, and when we reap the repercussions, and when the consequences begin to show up, we just accept it for that. We never stop to think, we never stop to reconsider that we don't have to accept that. If the decision we made wasn't the best decision, we can try again. We can make another decision to change the direction. And yet there's something that continues to hold us in that space, continues to hold us captive to the familiar thing. I'm guilty. I sit here and I think, and it just brought tears to my eyes because I have done it for so long that, it was just like it was nature. It was so natural. Dealing with some areas of my life and peeling back the layers in some areas of my life, but then in other parts of it, I've just scared to breathe, scared to know what it would be like to uncover it, scared to know what it would be like to move past that, for things to be different. How would it be to feel so free that I don't have to worry about going into unfamiliar territory, not having to worry about reaching another level of success, not having to worry about what if they don't like me, not having to worry about what if doors are closed in my face, what if I face some more rejection, you know, what if. It's the what ifs that has us scared and living in this fear that that keeps us bound to complacency. So I ask you today, what area in your life have you been scared to breathe? Have you been scared to really make another decision, change the direction of your life, to go to another level, to reach a greater success? Because really, I don't believe that any of us at this point have really done all we wanted to do, have really tapped into all the things that we dreamed about. We get so far and we stop. We get so far and we make excuses. We get so far and we allow somebody to talk us out of it. We get so far and we feel like we can't go any farther. So prematurely, we give up. Prematurely, we never get to see or to tap in our abundance. We make enough money just to pay the bills. We give enough in our marriage, just enough to keep him happy. We give enough in our parenthood just to make sure the kids are taken care of. We're sacrificing everywhere. We fight for everybody except for ourselves. We're willing to forgive everybody except for ourselves. We're willing to do what it takes for everybody except for ourselves. We're willing to speak up for everybody except for ourselves because it's familiar. Because when it comes to really dealing with the issues that concern us, when it comes to really being intentional with our life, we're scared to breathe. We're scared to give it a try because we know if we make it, it's going to impact the lives of everybody else around us. We know that if doors open, it's going to cause us to tap in and deal with some issues that we may not be ready to deal with because we've had it buried for so long. We know that opportunity presents itself. We know that in order to tap into our greatness, everything can't go along with us. And many of it is because of the things that we desire to keep hidden. Because I'm out here speaking and being a voice of empowerment and helping women find their voices. And yet my kids are addicted. And maybe they're not doing everything that I expected for them to do. Maybe they're not accomplishing all their goals. Because of that, I hold myself back. Because how can I go out? How can I be a voice and help others find their voice when I can't even help my own family. When I see them all around me dying every day and I can't even save them. My voice isn't ringing loud enough to 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 to, to give them just a little bit hope to hold on just a little while longer. And so we're scared to breathe. How can I go out here and help women in domestic situations when I sat in that abuse for years? And truth be told, I'm not in the physical abuse now, but the verbal abuse is still just as bad, or the financial abuse is still just as bad. And I'm going out here sharing my voice, helping others overcome, and I can't even overcome myself. And I'm afraid if I go a little too far, if I go against the barriers, if I go against the wall, then it's going to cause me to be exposed. And I may seem like a fraud to others. Guys, this is the place we're at. We're scared to breathe. We didn't need COVID to come and scare us and impose more anxieties on us. We didn't ask for that. Some of us were already drowning in hopelessness, in complacency, in fear, in trauma, in betrayals, in financial debt, in broken marriages, feeling like a failure. So, some of us were already drowning in these things. And then when you add something like COVID on top of that, and then the impact that it's had on the families, the impact that it's had on our careers, and yet we were already so bound up. We were already so overwhelmed that it just made us that much more numb. It made us that more numb to things that we really just don't want to deal with. We think that if we can just wade through it just a little while and wait it out, that one day hopefully somebody will see us, someone will hear our voice, someone will open up a door of opportunity, and we'll finally get what we've been longing for so long, because it's so hard for us to do it for ourselves. It's so hard. It's so challenging. It's so draining. Women, we need each other. We need each other. I need your voice. I need what you have. I need your encouragement. I need to hear your story. I need to know how you overcome that pain. I need to know how you were able to get through when it seems like your family was falling apart. I need that. You need my voice. You need my education. You need my empowerment. You need the encouragement that I bring. It's what helps us all bond together, grow together, develop together, reach that next level together. It's all important. There's no way that we can do it without one another. There's no way that we can do it without the support, without holding one another up. And do you know that when one is scared, we're all scared. When one lives in fear, we're all living in fear. When one feels hopeless, we all feel hopeless. So just the same, when one make it, we all make it. When one is empowered, we're all empowered. Let's not go through another day being scared to breathe. Let's not go another day standing in the place of complacency, not speaking up for ourselves, not allowing our voices to be heard. Let's not go another day like that. Let's not be numb to life. Let's get intentional. Let's get intentional with our journey. Let's get intentional with our successes. Let's give all we have while we're here. Let's give all we have and leave it all out on the table so that when we leave this place, we leave empty, knowing that we've given it our absolute all, knowing that we've given our best. And with that, regardless of what the results were in the end, that's something that we can be proud of. It's something that we can find fulfillment in. It's something that we can say, I give it my all, knowing that when I gave my all, you can give your all, knowing that when I win, you win also. No longer will we be scared to breathe. I am your host, Anntricia Bray Smith, author, educator, and public speaker. I'll see you next time on Woman to Woman.